This is the Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 7.0. Galaxy Tab 2 7.0 is best seen as the second coming of the original 7-inch Galaxy Tab Samsung brought out back in October 2010. As you'd hope then, this new slate offers numerous updates both in hardware and software to make it more appealing to today's discerning tech customers. New tablet has had a complete design overhaul. It still retains a 7-inch screen, but it's now surrounded by a muted matte grey plastic. I found the rounded edges to be quite comfortable, but the plain colour definitely isn't what you'd call appealing. Out of the two, I probably prefer the glossy white back of its predecessor. The screen itself offers a rather disappointing resolution. It hasn't seen any increase over the old model, so don't expect anything near the pin-sharp clarity of the iPad's Retina display. It also doesn't use the same Super AMOLED display seen on the Galaxy S3, so it's not as bold or as vivid. Still, I found it fairly bright and will probably suit you adequately enough for most day-to-day tasks. Tab 2 is running on the latest version of Android 4.0 known as Ice Cream Sandwich. The previous model ran on the mobile phone-specific 2.3 Gingerbread, so it's relieving to see that Samsung hasn't bundled this new one with older software and simply promised to update it. Most companies tend to slap on their own skins over the top of stock Android, and Samsung is no exception. It's not using the same TouchWiz software found on the Galaxy S2 or S3, but it does have a few tweaks that set it apart from the bog standard ICS. The interface itself is clean and simple, with menus, such as in the settings, being made light and easy to read. You'll also find various pieces of Samsung software on board, like its music, games and social hubs, although whether you'd ever actually use these is another question. You won't find anything too different in terms of the underlying structure of Ice Cream Sandwich, so novice Android users won't struggle to navigate around the various home screens or place down the live widgets and apps. It certainly isn't what you'd call a powerhouse, especially when you consider that there are various tablets knocking around offering quad-core processors clocked around the 1.8 GHz region. But it does have a much lower price tag, so I was still looking forward to seeing what it could achieve. Benchmark results put the Tab 2 considerably lower than many tablets and indeed many smartphones on the market. The similarly sized Motorola Zoom 2 Media Edition achieves scores more than double those of the Tab 2 and isn't much more expensive, so in terms of power at least, Motorola's slate offers better value for money. I found swiping around the home screens and opening menus to be fairly swift, although there was sometimes some delay between poking the screen and seeing the action actually take place. Although in my use it wasn't enough to cause a real problem, once you load it up with live widgets running in the background, you'll definitely notice a slowdown. Galaxy Tab 2 7.0 is a portable slate offering an affordable serving of Android Ice Cream Sandwich. If you want to play the latest 3D games from the Google Play Store, then you're definitely going to be disappointed by its lack of power. But if you just need a cheap tablet to handle the basics of email and maybe a bit of YouTube, it's probably worth a look. I'm Andrew Hoyle for CNET UK, and this is the Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 7.0.